You know what? It's like if our podcast is 40 minutes, 50 minutes, I don't care.
I do.
Okay,
I'll put in 10 minutes of a gerbil farting if I need to.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, the best podcast of all time. Now here are your hosts, Mike and Darin.
Hey everybody, I'm Darin.
I'm Mike.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, episode 53. We're very excited that you're here. Hi, Mike.
Yes.
How you doing?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a little hot down here.
Yeah?
Today.
I think it feels pretty good.
I'm a little muggy. I got a little swamp ass going on, which always puts me in a weird mood. I don't like the cast pods with swamp ass.
With swamp ass. Okay.
It's not.
Well, I showered before I got over here, so I'm fine.
I mean, you can see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
You look like hell.
I do.
You really look like hell.
We're
We're very excited because last week we released our greatest hits, our best of episode.
And people like it.
I know.
What the hell?
I know. We've been getting people commenting on how much they really enjoyed it, which is awesome.
You know why they like it?
No, I don't. Why? You tell me.
Well, we keep having people close to us.
Uh-huh.
And I thought this was an excuse of why they're not listening to the podcast. Well, I need to catch up. I listened to the first couple that you guilted us into.
Right.
And
then
now
life got in the way.
Life got in the way, and I'm sorry, and excuse, and as they back away in Kroger and get back to their car and they leave. Reality is they really feel like they needed to catch up. So what we did in that episode is we did all the catching up for people.
Yeah.
We took the 20-odd clips that means something in the first year. I mean, there's other jewels out there, so go listen to them.
Yeah.
But, you can listen to that episode, and a lot of the recurring in-joke things that we do, stuff are referenced
They now
in there.
make sense.
They make sense.
Yeah.
And also, bonus, in the write-up, every story has a title and then the episode that it came from. So if a story has a certain fluent, you can say, I really like the way Mike talked about the 12 blankety-blank nuggets.
Right.
I would like to go listen to episode whatever it came from.
Exactly. And you can do that. So yes, our best of episode is doing very well. And the one we released the week before that has exploded. It became our second most popular episode of all time. And so we've got new listeners. We want to welcome every single one of them.
Yeah.
And we want to thank all our old, trusted, loyal listeners for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. This show is going to be great. You and I have some stories about our kids that are hysterical. And at the end of our show, I have a tow truck story that involves some shady characters, and you don't want to miss it.
I think most tow truck stories involve shady characters.
Well, I don't know about that. But before we get started, I want to mention Andrew Jackson Gibbons. He is a fan of the show. He's listened to every single episode.
God bless him.
I know. He is a loyal fan.
Yeah.
I've known him since college. Okay. But he sent me this message that I wanted to read on the show.
Okay.
It said, Dear Irritable Dad Syndrome.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it says, I've listened to every episode. I haven't missed one episode. I've actually listened to some of the early ones twice. I feel like I'm having a conversation with friends every time I listen because the stuff you guys talk about is the exact kind of conversations I have at work with my buddies. So, Andrew, thank you. You're a friend and you're a loyal listener, and we really appreciate you listening to the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
and he's our lawyer.
He's our lawyer, yeah. He's our consigliere.
Yeah, so we've put the vintage man on our best of.
Yes.
So we've brought it back into the spotlight. So we may need legal representation.
Sure, we are totally going to need. Which, by the way, we would never do that.
No,
never.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. I hate it. So another clip that we put on our best of episode was the one about the teriyaki chicken bread bowl salad.
Yeah.
Okay. And I told you,
it's not teriyaki bread bowl chicken salad.
No, it's the teriyaki chicken bread bowl salad. It's teriyaki chicken in a bread bowl on top of a salad. Yeah. So, and I was saying that when we were having that conversation, I felt like I was in an episode of Seinfeld. I forgot to tell you, there was one time years ago I met someone who actually acted on Seinfeld.
Bryan Cranston.
No. Oh, well, I wish. I would love to meet Bryan Cranston.
The guy that played Nate from 6 Feet Under.
No.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep guessing. We have an hour. The guy who sold the man bra, the bro.
The bro.
The guy's name is Patrick Cronin. He has been acting for 50 years or something. He's been on Alice. He was on Home Improvement. He's on Seinfeld. He's done theater. And,
Wait, he was on Alice, like the show Alice?
Yeah.
Who was he in
With
Alice?
Linda Lavin and Vic Tayback.
Mel over
Kiss
there?
my grits. Yeah.
He was in that show.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what his character's name was.
Okay.
He's what you call a character actor. For a while, he taught an acting class at East Tennessee State University, where I graduated. Okay, so a few years ago, I get invited back to ETSU for an alumni returns to campus thing, and I was talking to students about my career and what I do and that type of thing. And I met Patrick Cronin there that day, and I'm talking to him a little bit. Super nice guy. We didn't talk long, but the time we talked, I enjoyed hanging around with him.
Yeah? Did he try to sell you a bro?
No, he did not, but I didn't need one at the time. Flash forward a few hours later, and it's night. I'm walking to my car, and I walk past him, and I said, "Hey, Patrick Cronin, remember me? I met you earlier." He goes, yeah, that's right. Hey, do you have a car nearby? And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Can you drive me to my car?" And I said, yeah, okay. I mean, I could have been a serial killer.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have taken him in the car and driven him to Bristol and left him for dead,
Yeah.
But no, so he gets in the car
Okay.
and I'm driving him to his car. He's like, up here, take a right. And there it is. And I'm thinking, I'm in the car with the guy that sold the man bra to Kramer, Super nice guy, but yeah. Met me once. Trusted me enough to drive him to his car.
Yeah, there you go.
But that Seinfeld story reminded me of that.
This portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome is brought to you by Zipper Lube. Are you tired of wasting hours of your precious time futzing around trying to open and close sticky zippers? Well, have a seat, Tony. I have a product for you. Just rub some Zipper Lube across that annoying zipper and your problems will magically disappear. Easy up, easy down, easy all around. Zipper Lube, available wherever quality zipper-related products are sold. Now back to you, Mike and Derek.
I had a Superman moment at work.
You ran down the hallway, ripped your shirt open.
Nope, I wish.
Okay.
No. And you'll understand what I mean when I explain what happened.
Okay.
The president of our company came to the TV station where I work.
Okay.
The guy who is the president of the company that owns our TV station. His office is in New York. He's visiting all the stations.
The head honcho.
The big wig. The big cheese.
The big cheese.
Yeah. The man. Okay. So he's coming to our TV station to meet people, and they're like, everybody, clean up your offices, and he's coming, and he's going to talk to us, and if you have any questions, so he's having a big meeting inside our studio.
What questions? What's it
my
like
God,
being?
People had a ton of.
Really?
Yeah, people had a ton of questions for him, and he answered every single one of them. And he's a very intelligent guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not every day the president of the company comes to the TV station.
Yeah.
Now, I never tuck in my shirt. Okay. My shirt's untucked. I wear jeans.
Okay.
I don't wear ratty jeans.
Yeah.
My shirts
You
are
don't
always
tuck in your shirt because you never wear a belt.
Oh, that's
You'd
not,
have to wear a belt to
We're not
tuck in your
talking
shirt.
about the belt now. Okay. We're not doing that now. I never tuck in my shirt. My shirt's always ironed. Okay. I wear a shirt with a button down collar.
Yeah.
It's nice and neat. I usually always wear dress shoes and nice socks. Anyway, so the president of the company is coming in. Mm-hmm. I tucked in my shirt. I wore khakis.
Okay.
I wore nice dress shoes. I wore a belt. You'd be happy to know.
You did wear a belt.
I did wear a belt.
Okay.
So I'm standing in the studio and I'm waiting for the president of the company to talk to us. And my boss, Julie, she looks at me and goes, "Oh, hey, Darin, how's it going?" I said, Good.
Yeah.
Janet, who's standing right next to Julie, doesn't know that I'm Darin. She goes, "Oh my God, I didn't recognize you." I'm like, it's Superman puts on his glasses. He's Clark Kent. He takes off the glasses. It's Superman. Where did Clark Kent go?
Yeah, you wear a belt, and now you're not
tuck
Darin.
in my shirt.
Tuck in your shirt.
She doesn't recognize me. I've worked with Janet for 11 years.
This is like a superpower you have now.
Listen, there's 4, maybe 5 guys at the station who have a completely shaved head. One of them is the general manager of our station.
Okay.
I ain't him.
Yeah.
He's standing up front. next to the president of our company.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy is a videographer named John. I'm easily 6 inches taller than him.
Okay.
And then the other guy's black. He's our chief meteorologist. So you see a guy with a shaved head and glasses.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't know it's me. It's kind of like, well, you've never watched Phineas and Ferb.
No.
That's Perry the Platypus.
Okay.
He's a pet platypus. He puts on his spy hat. He's Perry the Platypus, super spy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was my Superman moment.
So I have a Kroger story.
Okay.
I have a Kroger question.
Okay. Wait. Do we need to have Dave do the intro?
Sure.
Hit it, Dave.
It's time now for the Kroger Story of the Week.
Okay. So,
Thanks, Dave.
Wow, that was fast. This is Kroger etiquette.
Okay.
So I went to the Kroger.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
As you want to do.
As I'm wont to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is after a couple of days of not being at work. So I was, how do you say it? Unshaven.
Yeah. Unkempt.
Okay. Unkempt.
You let yourself go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd also eaten a series of ice cream sandwiches, a dollop of potato chips.
A dollop.
Yeah.
It's a dollop of sour cream. You can't dollop potato chips.
Okay, I did.
A handful of potato chips?
No, a bowl.
A bowl. Okay.
I think there were M&Ms in there somewhere. There may have been a burger. I didn't look well.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And
wait, you mix your M&Ms with your potato chips?
I mix everything with everything. Not at the same time. I'm not a sociopath.
Well, you said it was in the bowl.
But, okay.
I digress.
So remnants of all these things are on my shirt.
They are not.
There's like a drop.
On.
There's a drop of the ice cream from the ice cream sandwich, a Blue Buddy. There's dust sprinkled about from the potato chips. The hot spicy pickle chip thing, Lay's.
Hot spicy pickles.
Yeah.
I told you I was in a band called the Hot Spicy Pickles. Yeah.
I think I've told you before, the way that I eat peanut M&Ms is I bite the candy off and then I bite the chocolate and then I eat the peanut.
Uh-huh.
So I think I drooled at one point. I did not look well. I'm unshaven. Did I mention that? I think I had a pimple. I think I had acne. I do now. Right now I have a pimple. I think it's from this incident.
Were you wearing a robe, Mike? Did
No.
you have a robe on?
No, I would have looked better if I had a robe. The shorts
barefoot?
I had on. Okay, the shorts I had on. Long ago, I was at some point I was near being in shape.
Okay.
And I ran out. I had workout pants.
Okay.
And it was turning into summer, and I needed shorts, so I just cut them off with scissors. And I wasn't very good at it, and I made them jagged. And Beth saw me doing this. She's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I need shorts. It's too hot for these." She's like, "Then go buy shorts." She's like, "You're going to look like an idiot."
Oh my God.
I'll show them to you later.
No. I need to...
Darin, there's a question in the front. Mr. Darin Cox.
When we were kids, growing up in Virginia, we would wear our jeans, and we would wear them till they were almost wore out. And then right before summer come, Dad would cut them into shorts, and they would get frayed.
Yeah.
And every summer for like 7 years, I remember wearing cutoffs. And we didn't call them shorts; we called them "get your cutoffs."
Yeah.
I wore cutoff shorts.
And then in the 80s, they started making them with the phrase, like you could buy shorts with the phrase, but like old school, that's how you used to do them. You had normal jeans and you cut them off. So I had those, and they look really bad. They look like
I bet they did.
They look like I got attacked by a wolverine. So that's the shorts I have.
Okay.
I don't smell particularly well.
Okay.
So I go out in public because we needed more ice cream sandwiches.
Right. Very important.
Okay. And I needed some chicken because I wanted to make something that had chicken in it.
Right.
I'm like, I'll go to Kroger. Kroger to me now is how most people look at their, like, I need to go to the mailbox. It's so close. It's like right there. It's like, you know, I'm at Kroger almost every day.
How come I've never ran into you at Kroger?
We've ran into each other once, I think.
Not at Kroger.
Yeah, I think I've seen you there. I think I ducked down an aisle.
Okay.
I've seen you there. No, I've seen you driving through the parking lot.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm there in this configuration. Okay.
That's a good word for it.
All right. I see. I'm walking down the long aisle. You know, over where the meat is, all that stuff.
The meat aisle.
You know where it meets up with the wine area.
I do.
So I'm at
That's right near the crowbar.
I'm at the cheese end of that. and I'm walking for a long time, and I look up, and maybe 10 feet away from me, I see someone that I used to work with at my previous job. My first thought is, hey,
I'm
going to say hi to this person. And then I think, no, because they're going to see me. And then that's going to be the story. Man, I ran into Mike.
Something happened to Mike.
Something happened to him.
Yeah.
He is not doing well. He had an ice cream sandwich on his shirt. He was in a bad way.
Yeah.
So then I didn't say anything. Now this guy starts looking around. He doesn't see me as he's looking around. Part of that is because I don't look like I ever looked before to this human being, because I don't go to work looking like that.
Right.
And it's almost like I'm invisible, like Frodo with the little, cover, Frodo and Sam. And then he walks by, and he never saw me. And then I thought, I go down an aisle, and I'm like, whew, I don't have to deal with that. But then I started thinking, what's the etiquette there? Should I have said something regardless of how I looked? And then I thought deeper. And I brought this up to Bess, and I think she's concerned about me now.
Oh, now she's concerned.
This little area where he could have seen me and maybe didn't was it was pretty close to the wine area. So I told Bess, I was like, I think it would have been hilarious if I would have been like, hey, such and such started a conversation, and then nonchalantly go over to the wine area and just start putting bottle after bottle, fill the cart up with wine while we're talking, and then maybe throw some jerky on top of it.
Yep.
And say, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Or not. And leave.
And knowing you,
really wish.
Knowing you would have bought it all just to complete the story.
Oh, I really wish I would have done that. It was one of those, you ever have you're like, I could have done this and it would have been really awesome. I really wish I'd done that.
Reminds me
because then that's a story I'd like him to go back to work with.
My buddy Steve Farrell used to say, there's nothing more embarrassing than running into a hot chick at the store and your buggy is full of diet sodas. So let's say you do run into the guy. Yeah. And then you fall into that, what's it called? The vortex, where you see him on aisle 2 and then you cross and then you're on aisle 3 and then you cross.
Yeah.
You've got to either go to the other end of the store or just sit down.
Yeah.
What you do is just go in the deli department and just sit on the floor and wait a good 25 minutes and then do your shopping so that you don't crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, I got lucky because we were in the end cap aisles going opposite directions.
Gotcha.
So there was no reason for us to ever cross paths again.
This has been the Kroger Story of the Week.
So we have a couple of just stops for the week.
We do.
Yeah. After church, my son Jacob wanted to go to Red Lobster. He's been asking to go to Red Lobster for a while now. But we're like, okay, so we went to Red Lobster. And I don't have a problem, per se, with the restaurant. You know, they have good food. The service is really good.
Yeah.
Restaurant was clean, easy to park. What else could you want in a restaurant, right? My problem with Red Lobster is how they distribute the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Okay.
These things have crack cocaine in them. They are delicious.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. There's 4 of us.
Uh-huh.
They bring us 5 biscuits.
Oh.
So there's 1 extra. And now we're like, it's like trying to stab each other in the hand with the fork over who gets
like
the 5th one.
You're just like a Roman gladiator thing is about to happen.
Libby is the nice one. She's like, no, I don't want it. You guys can split it. Well, we can't just split 1 3 ways. It takes away the naturalness of it.
Yeah.
You have to hold a whole one. Actually, you take the Cheddar Bay biscuit, you put the whole thing in your mouth.
What you do.
In one bite.
Yeah, at
it's
best.
So good. Yeah.
At best, if you're not the one divvying up the pieces, you're going to have somebody's finger on your biscuit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's 1 left over. Okay. And then we decide, okay, you like we let Jacob have it. And then the waitress brings us 5 more.
Oh.
Okay. So we've already had 4. Jacob's had 1 extra. So Libby, Cameron, and I get 1, 2, 3. Now there's 2 left over. Do we cut those in half and then split? No, because you can't cut them in half again.
You're creating a calculus problem.
I know. So there's 4 of us, and they bring 5 biscuits at a time in order for all of us to have the same amount.
Yeah.
We've got to eat 20 biscuits.
Yeah, they need to calm down.
I know. If there's 4 people at the table, you either bring 4 biscuits and say, I'm not bringing you any leftovers, or you bring 8 biscuits.
Exactly.
Don't bring 5 biscuits and leave it up to, because then it's like the kids turn into, it's like, have you ever seen a wolf and there's a rabbit with a broken leg and like that's what they're doing. They're gonna pounce on the damn thing.
Yeah.
And then the parents try to hold everything together. No. Tell you what, you boys just sit down. I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have to, if you're the server, if you have to chuck a biscuit in the trash, or better yet, in your mouth, you do that.
Yeah.
Come over. And no harm, no foul.
Exactly. You take the 5th one and then take the problem away from us. So I want to talk specifically to Red Lobster.
Okay.
Red Lobster. Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Darin from Irritable Dad Syndrome. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Stop giving out more biscuits than there are people at a table. Mm-hmm. It causes problems. It causes infighting. Families are being torn apart because of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have 2 things to say about this story.
Yeah.
One is that one of our friends from long ago, still one of our friends, referred to Red Lobster as Dead Lobster.
Yeah.
And it used to be Bess's favorite restaurant, and he said that, and she was like, "I don't think he likes it."
You really?
The other one is, you can buy the Cheddar Bay biscuit mix.
It's not the same.
It is this. I was going to tell you, it's right there.
We tried it. It was close. It was close.
It's close. Okay,
but it's not the same.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. I mean, like I said, we tried it. We did like them.
Yeah.
Not the same. Maybe if we had a tank full of lobsters at the house, it would make create the flumant, the ambiance, the je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. Yeah, because Red Lobster is a French restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Red Lobster. The je ne sais qui.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that's damn. Okay. I backhanded the microphone.
This portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome is brought to you by Whoppers All-Beef Footlong Hot Dogs. Hey there, it's Dave, and it's never too early to get started on your holiday shopping. And there's no better gift than Whoppers All-Beef Footlong Hot Dogs. That's right. Give that special someone in your life the gift of all-beef footlong hot dogs. So what are you waiting for? Pre-order a package or 2 wherever quality meat products are sold. What? Your local grocery doesn't sell Whoppers? No problem. Whoppers delivers. Just go online and place your order today. Merry Christmas from all of us at Irritable Dad Syndrome and the fine folks at Whoppers All-Beef Footlong Hot Dogs.
Okay, so I have a Just Stop.
Okay.
And this is aimed primarily at a listener of our podcast.
Okay.
Have you ever had somebody, they come up to you and say, "Hey, have you ever been walking with a taco in your right hand and then had your dog jump up and bite half the taco and you pull it away and then you don't know what to do with it, so you put it in your pocket?"
This is a very weird and random question.
And I'm like, "No." "Oh, well, that happened to me." And then the story. So I've been with this person for, I don't know, our 19th anniversary was a few weeks ago.
Don't tell me. I'm starting to think I might know who this person is. Okay.
But so many stories have started out that way. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a friend that went to North Dakota and saw a bear and asked you something about Hubert? Uh-huh. No, did one of your friends go to North Dakota to see the bear there? Yeah. Well, just tell me this. And then finally, after a few years of this, I was like, you don't have to ask me if the weird thing that only happens to you and your friends happened to me for you to tell. You can come up to me and say, "Hey, this weird thing happened to me." Well, I just want you to be part of the story. She hasn't said that. We didn't get into that part of it.
Okay.
The point is, if you do that, don't. Because in the process of asking the person that question, you've effectively told the story.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And this has been Just Stop. Do your kids ask to be on the podcast? Or do they want anything?
Charlie has said that he's going to be on the podcast.
Okay. No, but I mean, do they want you to talk about them on the podcast?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, this episode, we have stories about all 4 kids.
Yeah. Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I have a story. This one makes me seem like a jerk.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the UDF right up here, right up the road, the one that I pass on the way to your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
the one
know.
that you pass on the way to my house. That's how that works.
You keep explaining the UDF, and I know which one you're talking about.
Okay. So it used to be
Do you
under.
ever drive past a UDF and think that maybe
It's on the left when I go to your house. It's on the right when I come back. So it's changed management a few times.
Okay.
Right. There used to be an older lady that worked there and a guy that was mostly bald, had hair on the side, and wore glasses. And they were awesome. They were nice. This was years ago.
Okay.
Okay. And the lady had like this southern thing to her, and the guy was just always cracking jokes.
Yeah.
I actually signed up for a UDF card because of them.
Oh.
Because every time they asked, I got tired of telling them no. I didn't, not because I got sick of saying that.
Well, I got the UDF card because you got 3 cents off a gallon of gas.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I guess got tired of
Mr. Moneybags.
No.
I don't care how much gas is.
No. It's not that.
Can I pay extra?
Exactly. So I got tired of. I felt like I was disappointing them, and they were nice people. So I got the UDF card. And then every day we started cracking jokes. I'm in there, constantly. And then there was a time where I brought Andrew with me. Okay, and we're like, oh, is this your son? Yeah, and I said his name's Andrew. And she says something like, I can't remember what she called him. I don't know if it was Anton or Amelia. She called him something other than Andrew.
She called him Amelia.
Okay.
She probably called him Andy.
Now, I've had people
Or Drew.
mispronounce my name.
Yeah.
You've had people call you Darfin. And you just go on with your life.
Yeah, Darfin.
But in
True
this
story.
in this particular case, I was like, she called him the other name. She meant nothing by it. She was just trying to be sweet. She just misheard me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought, you know what? I like these people. I come in here all the time. I want to make sure that they know his real name because it's not the last time that I'm going to see them.
Right.
Okay. So instead of being nice, this is how I meant it to come out. It's like, oh no, it's Andrew. Oh, I'm sorry. What came out of my mouth was, it's Andrew. And her eyes got wide.
Sounds like
and her head went back, and the guy looked over at me, and I didn't mean it to be mean,
pissy,
but it came out. And then instead of following that up with, I'm sorry, that came out harsher. I said, okay.
Oh God, you're such a jerk.
I did. And she's like, okay. And then I was like, cut bait, because I've already screwed up this entire relationship. I've messed up. I was just a...
Cut bait?
You never heard that before?
No.
Stop, leave, get out of there. We're running.
Exactly.
Get away from this. You've screwed up enough.
Right.
The hook comes out and pulls me away.
So now you got to fill up at the Circle K?
No.
Okay.
I got done with that interaction, and then I turned, because the transaction was over.
Yeah.
And I walked out. It was like a week later. It was under completely different management, different rules. There were whole different people working there.
You forced them out.
I didn't force them out, but I feel terrible. Like, I want to run into them again and say, I wasn't trying to be mean. I react, my voice, whatever that thing is in me that controls the volume of my voice, broke.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, normally when that happens, I fart or I belch or something else that's funny. In that particular case, it's just like, it was I don't know if it was in a Seinfeld or it might have been a Saturday Night Live, the guy that always he can't control the sound of his voice, the volume. You know what I'm talking about.
I remember him, yeah.
Yeah, it was like that.
The loud talker.
I couldn't control it.
Yeah.
He was done.
Yeah.
I feel terrible.
Well, I hope you do. You should.
Yeah. I'm sure they're fine.
Well, my son Cameron keeps asking when I'm going to mention him on the podcast. And I've mentioned him several times. I wanted to say, we took him to get a haircut over the weekend. Now, I'm not going to mention the name of the place where we went.
Okay.
Because he and my oldest son Jacob both got very good haircuts. And they were very nice. But we walk in, and the woman who's checking us in, she looks like she had cut her own bangs.
Oh, no.
Blindfolded.
Oh, no.
On a roller coaster. They are all her
like
bangs.
Crinkle cut.
No. I wish they were symmetrically crinkle cut.
No.
They were all jacked up.
Okay.
And she's checking him in, and I wanted to like,
No, we're not
we
going here.
Are
Yeah.
we sure we want to get his
Yeah.
haircut here?
You don't go to Dahmer's Diner.
No, you don't. It's like you don't go to, don't go to me for exercise lessons.
Yeah.
And anyway, another woman ended up cutting his hair, and it turned out fun.
Okay.
I was like, oh my God, what happened to your bangs?
Yeah,
Nice lady. Very nice.
Yeah.
And she was cutting someone else's hair.
Okay.
And her hair looked very nice.
Okay.
But her bangs are all jacked up.
Yeah.
And who am I have no hair, so I can't say.
Yeah.
But that's not why I'm here. Cameron told me, he says, Dad, I want to start listening to your podcast tonight before I go to bed. And I said, why before you go to bed? He goes, because it can help me fall asleep. Like, well, I'm glad that my podcast can bore you to sleep. He goes, no. Dad, hear me out. If I listen to it before I go to bed, then I get tired from laughing so quacking hard. He said that. I'm laughing.
He said quacking.
I'm laughing so quacking hard.
Okay.
I will get tired and put me to sleep. And then Libby gives me that look like, oh, do you hear what our son just said? I was like, yeah, I did hear that. And that's going on the podcast.
We found out something about Charlie recently.
Yeah.
There was a school assignment that he brought home. I think a lot of schools, most schools have this. They do the thing like, here's your name. You're kind of like introducing yourself.
Right.
So this particular paper, what's your name? Charlie.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
How old are you?
Yeah.
And then there's a number typically that follows that.
Yep. Yeah.
And then
you don't put it in like moons.
Yeah. So, and then what do you want to be when you grow up? Most kids put fireman,
right,
cop,
right,
astronaut, drummer.
Yeah.
Charlie wants to be a bounty hunter.
You know what?
So
I think he's going to do it too.
I think. Well, so obviously we've talked about it on the show. We love The Mandalorian. I think he really likes The Mandalorian. So we talked about The Mandalorian, and he's like, "No, I really want to be a bounty hunter." And then Beth said, I don't think that's really a thing." I was like, "Oh no, it's really dog."
Yeah, dog the bounty hunter.
Yeah,
Boba Fett.
The Midnight Run. That's a whole movie about a bounty hunter.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a thing. And she's like, "Really? They go out and they hunt it?" Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah. And I think he would excel at that.
Well, I remember when we were moving, and
he would excel at anything he would do, but I think he'd be a really good bounty hunter.
Well, when a few years ago you helped us move from our old house into our one that's 0.6 of a mile away, and we were feeding all the people who were helping. We've got like 8 pizzas, and we devoured them in 5 minutes. But all the parents and adults that were around us, "So, who are you? What are you doing? What's going on? Whatever." And it was your turn to introduce yourself, and you're like, "I'm Mike, and I have 2 kids, and I think my youngest one's going to be a cage fighter."
I did.
Yeah.
He likes to hit people.
Yeah.
He enjoys it. So I think I've told the story before. This is a little snippet just to give you a taste. We have him in flag football, and there was a moment, we sat right on the sidelines because you can, and he got hit really hard by another kid. Like, even though it's flag football, occasionally there's a big hit, and he went down. And he turned, and it was like one of those where I'd like started to get to my feet, like I gotta go out in the field and make sure he doesn't have a concussion. Mm-hmm. He got up, and when he turned back around, he had just the most maniacal grin on his face and looked at me out of the side of his eyes, and the grin got wider, and then he just ran. And I was like, I just stopped in my tracks. I was like, that kid's going to be a cage fighter. He enjoyed that.
He enjoyed the pain.
He dug it.
Fight Club. Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Charlie Odom.
Yeah.
We went to a restaurant. This was not Red Lobster. This was another restaurant.
Okay.
And they've got, the place is called Putters, and they have the most amazing ranch dressing that you can get. I don't know if it's homemade or if they put the crack cocaine there or what. And I don't know if they take regular ranch dressing and then take some dry seasoning of ranch dressing and mix it in there and make it even ranchier. Whatever. But it was absolutely delicious. So my son, Jacob, my oldest one, is like drinking it out of a bowl like it's leftover cereal milk. I'm like, Jake, dude, put it down. We're at a restaurant. So he's finished with his burgers, finished with his tots, and he's got 2 things of ranch dressing left. And he asks, can I get these in to-go containers?
Okay.
And our waitress, who was just dandy, she says, absolutely. So she gives him the 2 containers.
Okay.
Well, they're walking out, and Jacob starts running his mouth to Cameron about something, blah, blah. I don't know what. I wasn't there. All I know is Cameron had about enough of it and knocked one of the ranch dressings out of Jacob's hand, and it splatters all over the parking lot.
Yeah, made his point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He took a stand.
Yeah.
Be a man. Knock the ranch out of his hand, Yeah. So I was in the restaurant paying while they went out to the car, because it was freezing inside the restaurant. Anyway, I'd paid. I walk out. As I'm walking out, Jacob's walking back in. He's got his head down. He's almost in tears. Ranch dressing all over his right hand. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
The ranch is gone, Dad. The ranch is gone. It's gone, Dad. It's gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on. He went to wash his hands, and then Libby and Cameron explained what had happened. And they're a big joke or whatever. But this happened on the 21st, and Jacob has decided that the 21st, not only of this month, every month is going to be Ranch Appreciation Day.
I think that's
in our house.
That's a good thing. He wants to commemorate. He wants this memoriam in the ranch that died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every 21st of every month, I don't know if he's just going to just drink a bottle of ranch or what.
Oh, damn. We just missed it.
I know.
Yeah. Because
no. Yeah, we had that one.
Yeah.
So happy upcoming Ranch Appreciation Day.
Irritable Dad Syndrome is proud to welcome our newest sponsor, Corbel Ice Cream. With more than 20 flavors to choose from, Corbel Ice Cream is perfect on a hot summer day. That also goes great on top of pie. And it's a soothing snack if you have your tonsils removed. Corbel Ice Cream, available wherever quality frozen dairy products are sold.
I don't know why I was going through my movies and DVDs the other day.
I do. Not last week, but the week before, someone had written in a question and asked the question,
favorite
what is your
action movie?
Favorite non-comic book action movie?
Yeah, and so I'm going through the movies.
You were going through your DVD collection on your wall back there.
Yeah, and
I'm in here just minding my own business, waiting for the show to start.
To my shock.
And Mike yells, I have Cocoon?
Yeah. I don't remember buying Cocoon.
Why would you buy Cocoon?
I don't know.
It's on TBS like once a week.
I don't know why it's there. I mean, I remember seeing it.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Not one that I would buy.
Jessica Tandy is in that one.
Yeah. Boy, she's dandy.
Yeah.
And
what's his face? Mr. Diabetes is in that one.
And the guy, Police Academy guy, Gutenberg.
Yeah, Steve Gutenberg.
What the hell happened to him?
Oh, he disappeared off the planet. But yeah.
For a while, I thought him and Howie Mandel were the same person.
I think they are. They are.
But anyway, yeah. So I have Cocoon. There's some other movies that one really stuck out. I don't know why it's there.
Right.
And then I think you had an incident. You went back to your collection, and you have.
Well, at work the other day, my boss comes up and he says, "I've got a package for you." And I open it up, and years ago, like 7 years ago, I used to work with a woman named Tara.
Okay.
And for some reason, we were talking about the movie UHF.
Okay.
By Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
And
what's his Kramer?
And yeah, Michael Richards is in that.
Yeah.
And I said, I've got it if you want to borrow it. And I brought it, and she watched it with her son, and they absolutely loved it. And they enjoyed it. Well, they kind of forgot to give it back.
Okay.
And so she ended up leaving the station.
All right.
She had loaned me a copy of Bossy Pants by Tina Fey.
Okay. And
so Tara was leaving the station, and I'm like, I need to get you your book back, and you need to get me my movie back. Let's do lunch. And she says, yeah, we'll absolutely have to do that. We never had time to do that.
Okay. And
then I reached out to her again. I said, hey, do you want your book? And she goes, you can keep the book. And I said, well,
what do you do now?
I was like, well, I mean, I was really going to give it back to her. And she says, I'll send you your movie. And she never sent me the movie.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep the book. Yeah. She can have the movie. Later on, I ended up buying another copy of UHF on Blu-ray.
Oh, you upgraded.
I upgraded. Yeah. So this package that comes in the mail is from Tara. She says, I can't believe I held onto this for so long. She sent me back my DVD of UHF.
Oh.
And I don't know why, but she bought a new copy on DVD and mailed that one as well. So I have one copy of UHF on Blu-ray, 2 copies on DVD.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's what we're going to do.
All right.
This brand new, never been opened copy.
Still shrink wrapped, right?
It's still in the shrink wrap.
Okay.
Can be yours, a loyal listener,
Uh-huh.
if you do this one certain thing. Mike.
All right. Put a review on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Review us on Apple.
Right.
And what we're going to do is from this date from the date that this episode drops forward, we're going to look at the span of a week. And all the reviews that we see on there, we're going to pick one of them to win this autographed copy. So how are we going to autograph? Are we going to break the seal and autograph the inside? You don't want to autograph like the cellophane on the outside.
We'll autograph the cellophane, and then people can choose to cut open the thing and keep the cellophane.
Okay.
Or what do you think we should do?
I think we should crack it open and like the inside of on the little slip cover of the DVD.
Okay.
I think we should do that.
Okay.
But we could film it so that they know that that's the one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
It's
what I mean?
a brand new copy.
We'll send them the copy.
So,
we'll put the copy of the video up on our website.
Exactly.
And we'll send them the one that's autographed.
If you want a never been opened, except for us to autograph copy of UHF, write a review, put it on Apple reviews.
Podcast. Yeah,
Apple Podcast reviews.
Yeah.
And you could be the lucky winner.
Yep.
Go. Start writing.
I get a good review too. This is a podcast.
Exactly.
Two jerks.
Don't kiss our butt, but I mean, you're more likely to win.
It's a it's going to be a random drawing. It's not who has the most flowery, because the last thing I want is like a sonnet written for us on there.
You catch more flies with honey than vinegar. That's what
true.
Mom used to say.
Yeah.
This portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome is brought to you by Diff Liquid Concentrated Wallpaper Stripper. With its unique enzyme action, Diff dissolves old paste and cuts wallpaper removal time in half. Let's face it, back in the day, removing wallpaper was a real pain in the ass, and nobody wanted to do it. Well, not anymore. Diff is fast and easy, and will make your next renovation project more fun than a barrel of monkeys, whatever the hell that means. So stop by your local hardware store and ask for Diff, and tell them you heard about it on Irritable Dad Syndrome. Back to you, Mike and Damon.
All right, I'm going way deep in the vault
Okay.
for this story.
Okay.
And this particular story involves a business, and I'm just going to tell the story regular, but we're going to censor the name of the business, even though this happened like 25 years ago.
Do you think it would negatively impact our business just being mentioned, period, on our show, or because of the story?
Because of the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Whompers doesn't have to worry about their business being negatively impacted.
No. Okay. This has nothing to do with Whoppers, all beef, footlong hot dogs.
Okay. Does Corbel ice cream need to be concerned?
No, Crank Cola isn't involved with this.
Okay.
Otis Elevators.
They're all perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're all fine. Yeah. Okay. So this is about 25 years ago. My buddy Alan and I, we lived in Tennessee. We were buddies. We hung out all the time. We went to college together.
Okay.
And he asked if I wanted to go hiking with him. And I said, yeah, that sounds like fun. It's a beautiful fall day. We're going to go hiking, and we're going to go up Roan Mountain to this great place to go hiking.
Yeah.
So he's driving. We're in his car, and we're going up this long, windy road that takes you up top Roan Mountain.
Yep.
Okay. On the drive up there, his car craps out. The transmission goes out.
Oh.
Luckily, it went off in a spot that had
like a little place to drive off the
place
side of the thing.
Exactly. A place to pull off.
So you didn't plummet off the side of a mountain to your death.
So he pulls the car off the road and looks underneath it, and you can see transmission fluid just pouring out the bottom of the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, well. So we're like almost up top of the mountain. And this is way before cell phones. We managed to turn the car around, and he coasts, glides down to the bottom until we finally get to a flat space, and we go about as far as we can go. And then we park the car. And like I said, neither of us have cell phones. So we walk probably 10 minutes, and we come up to this white trailer, this trailer home there on the side of the road. I have very, very long blonde hair at the time, okay? And this was back in the day when people kind of looked at you funny, like, what's that long-haired boy doing here, right? Knock on the door. So the lady comes to the door, and I said, can I use your phone? Our car is broken down, and I need to call a tow truck. And she says, well, come on in. And I said, I don't want to impose. If you have a cordless phone, we can just make the call out here on the porch. And she says, okay. So she gets the phone, and she brings it out to me. Then I said, I don't know who to call. Do you have a phone book? Can I borrow your phone book?
Yeah.
This when the other lady in the house comes up, and she says, what's going on? And they said, these boys, their car is broken down and they need to call a tow truck. And she says, well, why don't you just call? And she says, okay.
I heard banjos in my head when you said that. Yeah.
And so she walks and she says, here, hand me the phone. And she picks up the phone and she just dials it. She knows the phone number for right off the top of her head. Okay. She knows it. And I can't mention the name of the company, but I'll tell you, the tow trucking company was named after a very famous character off a very popular show from the 80s. She knows the number off the top of her head. How do you know the number of the tow trucking company right off the top of your head? I don't know. But she calls and she says, yes, we've got a couple of fellers here. Their car is broken down and they need a tow truck. And they said, okay, we'll be out in about 15 minutes. So she said, okay. So then I tell the nice lady on her porch, I need to make one other phone call. I need to call Johnson City and have somebody come and pick us up. Is it okay if I make one more call? Absolutely. So I make another phone call. I call my mom. She's the only person I know who's home who can come and get us. Yeah. I call mom and I explain to her where we were, what's going on. And she says, okay. Now she's about 40 minutes away. Okay. While I'm on the phone with my mom, 2 other guys walk up to the house. Okay. Complete strangers. A man who lives in the house comes out. And one of the guys who walks up asks the elderly man, he says, the elderly man asks them, he says, can I help you? And they said, well, yeah, we were going to go fishing across the street there in your creek. And we were going to park here. We were wondering what you would charge us. And he says, well, what would you charge me? And the guy says, well, we wouldn't charge you nothing. Well, I'm not going to charge you nothing either. Okay. Well, all right. Okay. So I'm like, what in the hell? We're like stuck in the middle of Mayberry hee-haw. What's going on here? You know? So we walk back to the car. It's about 10 minutes. We walk back to the car and we wait and we wait. And finally the tow truck comes. 2 doors open. 2 guys get out of the tow truck. All right. There's the driver who's just like some guy probably in his 30s. The guy in the passenger's seat. I'm not making any accusations, but his eyes were bloodshot. Okay. His eyes look like you had dropped salsa in each of them. Okay. Over and over and over again. Yeah. He's seen better days. He's seen some sights. He's a little bit on the sweaty side. Yeah. A little bit on the worn out side. Okay. And there's like, is that your car? Like, yes, it's the only car on the road. We weren't sarcastic. Yes, it is. Yeah. So the guy driving pulls the truck up and backs in to get the car ready. Mr. Bloodshot starts talking to us, and he says, in case you was wondering why there's 2 of us, he ain't trained to use the lift, and I can't drive because of the DUI, and I lost my license. So Alan and I are thinking, this is like, we're dead. Yeah. We are so dead, you know, and it's the only game in town. What are we going to do? Walk 10 minutes back to the house and call somebody else besides, you know? Yeah. But wait, I don't know who was Bloodshot guy or the dude who doesn't know how to operate the lift. So without giving away what we're quacking out, in my mind, I've imagined it's Bloodshot guy wearing a certain outfit with a certain hat. No, he wasn't even dressed like the certain person. Yes, I get that, but in my mind, he is. That's what you would expect. That's what I'm just picturing him, Bloodshot. But so he can't drive because he lost his license because of a DUI. Yeah. The other guy ain't trained to do the lift. So they get the car up on the lift, and then they said, all right, boys, we're ready to go. And we said, what do you mean? Well, get on in. We'll drive you back to where you're going. Oh, there you go. But your mom's already on the way. Well, also, it's a truck. Yeah. It holds 3. There's 4 of us. Do the math. Someone's sitting on somebody's lap. Yeah. And I don't know what's going on. And also, they asked us how we planned on paying. Alan doesn't have any money. I don't have any money. We're hiking. We told him we're going to have to pay you when we get back to Johnson City. Sounds like the start of a joke, a bad joke. I know. Like one of those. I know. Yeah. So we told them that we've got a ride coming and that we need to wait. And they said, we can drive you. I'm like, my ride's already on the way. Yeah. I can't call and cancel the ride. Yeah. Thank God. So this was an awkward 20-some minutes because we're waiting on my mom to come.
Yeah.
And the guy driving the truck won't stop staring at me. He's just staring and staring and staring at me.
Yeah.
Bloodshot's over there kind of talking to himself about what I don't know what. And Alan and I just kind of veered off. And I said, are you getting a Deliverance kind of vibe here? And he goes, what are you worried about? In Deliverance, they like the fat one. Finally, Mom shows up.
Yeah.
We've never been happier to see my mom.
So did you have to wait with these two gentlemen while your mom was coming?
Yes.
Because
on the side of the road, because they were following us back to...
they're going to take you all the way back there.
They were going to take us the 40-some minutes back to Johnson City, 4 of us in a 3-seater. No, that ain't going to happen. Yeah. And they were making sure that they would get paid.
Uh-huh.
So we get back, and this is on a Sunday, and where we live, banks weren't open on Sunday.
Right.
So my mom paid for the truck driver.
Oh, my Lord.
She paid the tow.
Yeah.
Alan paid her back after he went to the bank on Monday.
Yeah.
That was dicey. That was close.
Wow.
And that was my experience with tow.
This awkward pause is brought to you by Kinner Toys. America's favorite toys are made at Kinner. Back to you, Mike and Daryl.
I'm curious because I like when we have opinions on things that are opposite.
Okay,
because those are the most juicy fights on the Irritable Dad Syndrome. So you say here, I hate it when I make coffee at work and no one sees me do it.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I don't want anybody to see me. I make coffee like a ninja.
Uh-huh.
I tense up if somebody walks in and sees me making coffee.
Well, I mean, I don't want them like hovering over me, watching how I do it, making sure that, because I mean, I use 2 packs of coffee instead of 1.5, but I use 2 because I like my coffee, like man likes his coffee.
Yeah. But I'm assuming that the reason you want people to see you making coffee is you want the credit.
I want people to know
you
that
want
I
them
did
to
it.
know that
You're welcome.
They're having coffee because of Darin's foresight. I, on the other hand, I want it
How
to
you like
be,
that coffee? I made that.
Yeah, I want it to be like, I don't have time to make coffee. I'm busy. I don't have time to do stuff. But then my addiction, I have to have caffeine at some point, and it's got to be made. So I like time when I go in there to make it.
Well, no, but whenever I go in to the break area and there's an empty pot, I always go, well, I guess you want me to make it. Well, that's fine. I got anything better to do than make coffee around here. It's not like I'm your damn secretary. Wanted to mention something.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've complained about people mistaking my name?
Yeah.
It's been over and over and over. Derek, Daryl, Dwayne, Damien, Darwin, Darin, Darfin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were going to... we've been eating out a lot. We're running ourselves ragged.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been to the pool and we were exhausted and we thought, let's just order out. And the kids wanted pizza and we get pizza all the time. And Libby's like, you know what? Tonight we're going to get salads. And the kids fought us and they fought us so hard on getting salads.
So you wanted to get salads because you've had so much pizza.
Because we've been eating
At some point you need to be able to normally.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went to Chick-fil-A. Okay. And we got the Cobb salad.
I told you about that.
Oh no, I've had it before.
You've had it before.
They're it's delicious.
Yeah,
absolutely delicious.
And it doesn't have a lot of calories.
I know.
It's a salad.
It's like a man salad. It really fills you up.
330 calories.
Yeah. So you get that in 12 nuggets. So
it comes with nuggets to put on it.
So I was going to go get the 4 salads. Everyone else is at the house.
Everyone got a Cobb salad.
Yeah, we got 4 Cobb salads.
Yeah.
Everyone's at the house. I'm driving to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And Cameron says, Dad, will you please record yourself ordering the salad? Because I want to hear them mistake your name. I want to hear what they call you this time. Because Chick-fil-A is notorious for screwing up my name.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, okay. So going through the line, I pull up and the guy comes up, hey, how you doing? I'm like, great, how are you? Good. And I'm going to order 4 Cobb salads. Anything to drink? No, thank you. What's the name? Darin. Okay. Puts it in there. That'll be 30, whatever. I paid. And I don't say thank you. I say, keep it real. And the guy like, Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So keep it real.
Yeah.
So I pull up and I got my phone out and I'm recording and I'm waiting for them to say, because they can't ever pronounce it. And what do? Darin?
Yeah.
Perfect. Absolutely. It's like I'm recording it. And of course they get my name totally right.
They've got linguistics experts working at the Chick-fil-A.
they were so close to Darin. I'm thinking it's like a Darin Cox.
Yeah.
With thinking like a middle name, probably Michael. Darin Michael Cox. Is that? Yeah.
So the reason that
because I'm recording.
that's why
they messed.
But Chick-fil-A,
they messed up messing up my name.
Right. They take your name because they've got this like whole operation where they've got like orders made for 4 cars at a time. Right. And they're not like McDonald's, the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Where you pull up the thing and then you don't know what you're going to get out the other end. They're just throwing a burger at your face.
Right.
And that's it. Chick-fil-A seems to care that you're going to get the right food in there.
Yeah.
So something that's happened to me more than a few times, is, I like to go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the morning, most times in the morning. So the one that I go to, I'm usually the only person in there at that time. It's me and the workers. I walk in, it's empty. There's 3 people behind the thing. Everybody's going through drive-through. I don't have time for that. I go right up to the counter. I always get a bottled water and I get a pike. And I used to say large pike in defiance of them wanting me to say venti because I'm not a Roman emperor.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Stupid.
It's stupid. And I don't want to say
grande.
They
have a large and a medium, but there's no small.
Yeah,
so there's nothing for a medium to be in between.
But I've given up. I've acquiesced over the years, and I've said, okay, I'm just going to say what you want me to say. I want a venti. I want a venti pike. I've penultimated myself.
That's a reference for 2 episodes ago.
So I'm just going to say the thing that you want me to say because I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Right.
They always ask you your name at Starbucks because they're going to write it on the cup.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in there.
Yeah.
Can I have a name for the order? And I just say
maybe
Mike.
They're thinking that what if somebody walks in after
It doesn't matter because I'm not getting the foo-foo cappuccino with the clown head on top and the double thing.
Double froth and the extra whip.
I am literally take this
hint of
cup.
Nutmeg.
Right. Take this cup, put it under that spout, pour from that spout until the cup is filled, and then hand me that cup. That's what I want to happen.
Yep.
You don't need to write my name down for that. You don't. Just go on with your life and let me go on with my life. But I always have to tell them my name.
Yeah.
And then they take the time to write it on the cup.
Yeah.
They're going to walk 4 feet behind them.
Yeah.
It's like they're going to, I feel like I'm in, the movie Memento where the guy has to keep writing down.
Yes.
Because he has no short-term memory.
Yes. And he tells everybody he has no
I feel like
short-term
if
memory.
they don't write my name on the cup, they're going to get over there, going to fill it, and they're going to stop and turn around with a blank stare.
Who are you?
Who are you?
What are you doing here?
What is this in my hand?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a venti. I ordered a grande.
Oh.
I went a whole different language on you. And I am Mike. Or am I Mark? You didn't write it down. Right. You don't know.
Right.
Fired.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But
you don't because you're not a jerk.
Yeah. Well, I am a jerk, but I'm not that type of jerk.
Oh, man. Well, this has been fun, guys. Thank you for listening. This was episode 53. We want you to go back. Listen, if you haven't heard episode 52, that was our best
The best of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if a clip on there has a certain flumon, and you want to go back and hear the episode that it came from, it's
all in the liner notes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Subscribe to us on wherever the hell you're listening to this on.
Exactly.
Put up a review on Apple Podcast. You may get a
free copy autographed by me and Mike of UHF.
Yeah.
The Weird Al Yankovic movie event of the year.
And stop by Crowbar on Thursdays. We may be there. Even if we're not going to be there, it'll be fun.
Our one listener in New Zealand is like, I'm going to stop by a what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know what stop by the Crowbar means, then don't leave your house.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, thanks for listening, and we hope to see you next week on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Hey guys, before we go, remember, keep it real.
It's like it's a weird episode.
I almost made it.